Hi everyone, my name is Mimi and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be reacting to Hell's Paradise Season 1 Episode 12, Umbrella and Ink. Last episode. It pissed me off when it comes to Mei and everything, and the Doshi. Last episode I kept calling them Doshin and I'm like, nah, that's not it. I feel like it's because we have the Soshin, right? So I was thinking that they must be Doshin and then you have the Tensen. Like each one of them will have an N at the end. But no, the Doshi. Those two pissed me off. With the way they were talking about or what they were planning to do with May. Um, but Gabimaru and Chobe are now able to use and see Tao, which is cool. As they're gonna have a, more of a fighting chance when it comes to fighting the Tencent. And yeah, so that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelingme. And now let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
Oh yeah, Yuzuriha and the others showed up here, and that goes Oko's head.
いやーすごいね。ここまでたどり着いた人間は初めてじゃないかな。
タッチがやばい。なんて力。
いつの間に。
彼女が逃げたのもわかる。彼女を離しなさい。さっき
睨むなよ。ただ君たちと喋りたいだけさ。
この方はボタンのせい。
Shion spirit, whatever that means. I'm not gonna remember that long name. I just know he is Mudan. Stand down, my fat people.
生きてるんですか。彼らはそれじゃ死なないよ。樹花が早まって完全な木になって終わり。
These people don't care about your soul. See?
秩序のため宗師が作った。この島は命の実験場だから。そして島に来る人間たちはさしずめ研究材料。こいつらは教師。僕が人間で作ったんだ。いじるのが好きでさ、ついついこうして遊んじゃう。なんか笑えるだろ。質のいい人間は単にする。単。戦薬のことですね。戦薬？でもさ、悪いけどその手のものはここにはないよ。単は僕らには不可欠だけど、ただの人間が飲んでも受化するだけ。
戦薬がない。じゃあ彼はどうなるの。戦薬がないとご免状も手に入らない。
No, she's worried about him.
いろいろいじくってみたいから。
忍法代わりに。
Because she loves to use that.
どんな化け物でも
No,
これだけ
he's
あれば
gonna.
死ぬでしょ。
Blah.
あとサギリ。はい。
Don't stop to talk.
でもね、最優先は目先の命。命さえありゃ後でどうにでも。センタも早く。
はい。いい女だ。素質があるよ。教師は手下じゃない。僕のおもちゃなんだ。というより、君タオが見えてるだろう。
タオって単語は初耳だけどね。私の古巣じゃ切って言ってたし。
忍びの君、タオの扱い方を僕が教えよう。才能があれば防虫術か。
センタ殿が刀を抜くなんて。ましてや罪人のために。
No.
何か特別な思い入れがあるのかしら。
No, he's after something.
サギリン
ほっときなよあんなの。君にはもっと基礎から覚えても。お、俺
何しても死なないってんならありったけ試してあげる。忍法年始
That's what she was gonna use on Hoko the first time around.
忍法仙山校
No, this yeah.
君のと練り方を学んだ方がいい。目さえ作らせなければ正気を探れます。なるほど。いいよ。
センタ邪魔だって
ユズリハさんこそ。僕らには遠く及ばない。さて、蓬莱にようこそ。こんな化け物、どうすれば。
何か天仙様に弱点はないのですか。
彼は神だ。
No, he's not.
天末なら私は
He just told you all of that was a lie.
さんにも会えなくなるのですよ。何でもいい手がかりは。
でも法術に近づけるんだ。じゃあそろそろデブ殺して。おっと、立ち直りが早いね。でも君じゃ何もできない。
Did Hoko tell her anything?
意志のない起動ならば。
そのまま丹田を切り裂けろ。そこを立てば必ずや。
惜しいけど君じゃ無理だってば。まずもってタオの総量が少ないよ。
近づいて確信しました。やはり同じでしたか。
Gabimaru? Ooh?
が瞬間的に発揮するタイプか。だが重要なのはそこじゃない。この女まさか。
再生してない。
Please kill one of them.
あれがタオであるなら私はその切り方を知っています。ガビマルにも同じ気配を感じる時があるから。敵に傷を与えるには一定以上のタオが必要。サギリンは呼吸法で一時的にタオを高められるのね。任せてください。
珍しい類のタオ。しかも僕にとっては毒か。
3人で連携しましょう。
術、土のとのいい夜景。
消えたんじゃない。生と同その両立に。
教師、忍びの女を殺せ。
連携ありがとう。呼吸消耗が激しい。体が持たない。
なかなかいい連携じゃないか。甘いな。
飛んだ。
砲術、土の絵のいい空形。
戦術鈴刺し。こんなのもう手に視界がぼやける。あの呼吸法は体力以外の何かを奪う。ギリンの攻撃だけは必ず避けるし、多分タオには相性があって、サギリンはあいつにとって弱点なんだよ。死ぬ気ないしマジないし。無駄だって。降りてこいよ髪気取りの髪でもべっこらす。サギリン今。
女、さすがユーズリハさんです。
動かないね。思ってた通り弱点だったんじゃない？
I'm holding my excitement because these people are hard to kill.
丈夫みたいだ。
よかった。
こんな化け物が他に6人もいるなんて。
Are we sure it's dead?
謎のより戦薬が存在しないというのも問題です。
し休みましょうか。
はい。
You did really defeat this, Tensen.
センタ殿は彼女に何か思い入れがあるようですね。
幼い頃、僕は画家になりたかったんです。でも我が家では代々男子は山田家の門下に入るのがしき、人を殺すのが大嫌いだった。人殺しを正当化しようと悩み続けました。心を閉ざし、ただ役目に従うようになって。
あんた本当はこの役目もお家の。
Oh, so that's what she told him.
それなのになぜでしょう。自分に嘘をつき続けてきた僕には、他人にしか嘘をつかない彼女の姿が忍術にかけられたんでしょう。罪人に憧れるなんて浅いもん失格ですね。
She does too.
少し私たちで島に来た皆全員がどうにかなる方法を探しませんか？
I'm waiting.
タオ、知覚はできたが使いこなせた感じはしない。
この先を案内させるのは酷だろう。化け物がお嬢に何をしようとしてるか考えりゃ。
頼みがあるなら聞かせてくれ。二度も助けられた礼がしたい。
ただしその心はある人物に関わることにしか現れない。
このお役目においてどうなるか。
おい、
お？どうし。不謹慎で残酷で近づけない。近づかなくていい。ただ傍らでずっと見ていられたら。
あ、いいか、もう一枚描こう。
いや、おいおい。
ユズリハ、どうすれば。
I feel like that's the only moment in this episode where I was excited because I feel like I'm at a level where when these Tensen show up on the screen and they are people are fighting them and they think they've won, I'm at a level where I'm not gonna fully believe it until I fully believe it. And when they defeated him this episode, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, you know. And it did drop. And so for Shion to show up like at that moment, it's like it made me happy because he knows the flow of Tao. I feel like he can use Tao. Well, the fact that he can see it. Either way, he has a better understanding of Tao than everybody else there right now. So just him showing up, it gives me a hopeful feeling, and that's why I was excited. But I don't like these people, especially when the way he was so callous about human lives and how they're just experiments. There's no elixir. When he cut off the Hoko's head, he's like, that's gonna fast forward, I guess, his transformation into becoming a full tree. And then the reveal of that there's no soul, they don't acquire the souls or whatever that Hoko and his people were holding on to. I'm like, that episode when they said that, I'm like, this feels like a con, you know? Like I said that last episode, and then this episode is like, yeah, well, no, that was just something that we told you to keep you in line and whatnot. And it's like, I hate these people, man. I hate them. I don't like them. I want, and the fact is that you don't know how to defeat them yet. When Hoko did tell Sagiri about the tendon, and that she would cut it, then that should help defeat them or something or other. And she did cut it, but he was not dead, And he's like, unless you, I'm guessing, unless you can use style to cut him at that particular, wherever that was, it would give her a better chance of killing him or something. But she doesn't know how to use style yet. She can increase her style with her breathing and whatnot, but it's not like she can fully use it. And clearly it's taxing on her. And so it's like, how are you gonna have time to learn how to use style and all of that when you have these powerful beings that are there to either kill you or turn you into tan? And I don't know. We got to see what Yuzuriha's technique was when they were first facing Boko. They cut away from that. She's like, she took off Senta's glasses. It was like, basically she doesn't want him to see her technique in action. But in this particular, what is happening outside? But in this particular episode, I'm so sorry about the noise. There's nothing I can do about it. But in this particular episode, they showed us what it was, and she's like, whatever it is that I drink, I can secrete. And she drank some kind of poison, and she secreted it to, basically poison Mudan, but that didn't work either. Like none of the things that they were doing were working. They were working together. Sagiri was using her technique, I guess, on Mudan. It wasn't working. And then they were like, well, how are we supposed to defeat this person? And then she was up in the air, and Yuzuriha is like, I'm so sorry about the noise. Yuzuriha is like, she's clearly afraid of you, and that whatever her style is, Sagiri's style is basically the opposite of her. She's like poison to Mudan. That's why she's up in the air over there and whatnot. And that they have to do what they need to do to defeat this Mudan. That she was going to bring him down. She was not going to let Mudan cut her life short, basically. So she like did her technique, brought her down. You had Senta behind her with a knife and holding her back, and then you have Sagiri come in and she did her thing. And for a while she wasn't moving, so they were assuming that they defeated this Tensen, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna fully believe that. But then there goes the transformation, and Senta came in for the save, but then he's turning into flowers, so he's dead or he's dying. Either way, that's it for him. And I felt bad for him that you live in these clans, in these families where you have your own dreams, but your dreams are crushed with the weight of responsibility. And he had to let go of his passion to fulfill his duties, I guess, and to see Yuzuriha being so free and whatnot. He's been wanting to protect that, and he protected her, and he's gone. As I was saying that, I was like, I wasn't feeling like the way I was feeling bad about Tensa's death. I started to say, I was gonna say that I wasn't feeling as bad about him, but then as I was saying that, I started feeling bad. I don't know. At this particular moment, Gabimaru doesn't know that there is no elixir he thinks there's an elixir, and that's why he's here on the island so that he can get his partner and go back to his wife. But he doesn't have, there's no elixir on this island. So I don't know what he's gonna do once he learns that. Um, he asked May what she wants from him because she's been following him and she saved him like twice. So she's thinking, okay, there must be something that she wants from him. And she didn't say that yet. I think something started happening. Well, I may be wrong. I feel like when he asked her that, then that's not something started happening. Or did they come from them to Yuzuriha and the others when Mudan woke up? No. Also had Fuchi there that remembered what Sagiri wrote about Gabimaru, and that Gabimaru has always been perceived as being this heartless person. And Sagiri wrote in her journal, I guess, about Gabimaru not being heartless, especially when it comes to his wife. Like he's not heartless when it comes to a particular person, meaning his wife. But then you have Fuchi there just seeing how he seems to be not heartless when it comes to Mei, and he's wondering how that's gonna affect um his duties, I guess, from now on. I feel like I noticed it during the first fight between Gabimaru and Shujin when she transformed, and then you see sort of like these two heads that I was thinking, I thought during that episode that it's those two heads or whatever in the transformation were like male and female. And that's exactly what happened here too when Mudan transformed. So I'm guessing that's the fact that they're able to switch between their gender is represented in the transformation where you have these two different sides to them, like the male and the female inside the thing. Whatever, man. I hate these people. They need to find some kind of permanent way to kill them, and it needs to be quick because I'm tired of being them to whatever they want. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, the link is going to be in the pinned comment, so you can just click on it, you can watch it right now, and you can also catch up with all my previous Hell's Paradise reaction. There's a playlist in the comment as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Today's gonna be the day you know it, cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for.